What is going on, good people? Welcome into the Delmarva Sports Insider, the only live and local show dedicated to giving you all local sports all the time. I'm Sports Director Trayvon Miles.
And I'm Brandon Bossert. Welcome on into the show on this Friday night. Merry Christmas Eve to everyone watching at home.
Absolutely right, Brandon. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is my final Delmarva Sports Insider. 30 more minutes, Brandon, to make memories, and we have got a jam-packed show.
That's right, Trey. A very bittersweet night tonight, but hey, let's go out with a bang. Tonight, we're counting down our top 10 moments from the sports year that was in 2021.
Yeah, we are going to be counting down the top 10 memories and moments of 2021 here on Delmarva. But before we do that, we had some huge news break earlier this afternoon with the 2021 Governor's Challenge officially being canceled.
Yeah, this is absolutely devastating news for so many local sports, people in the local sports world, between athletes, coaches, fans, and the ones who worked tirelessly on this event. But 2 days before the 2021 Governor's Challenge was set to kick off, we got the news that the tournament was canceled for the second straight year.
Rough.
A press release sent out this afternoon stating the decision was made by county officials.
Yeah. Tournament Director James Simmons released a statement saying, in part, quote, as COVID-19 cases began to increase last week, teams were forced to withdraw from the tournament. We pushed forward for as long as possible, but we are no longer able to provide participants with the experience they deserve, end quote.
Yeah, now another thing that we must point out is that there are now plenty of teams around our area who now have holes in their schedule, Trey.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is just heartbreaking news.
Yeah. So first off, when I got this news early this afternoon, I was floored, Brandon. I mean, I did see the amount of cases going on in the area, not only in the area, but around the state and around the world. And I heard some things late last week about this being a possibility, but I did not expect the entire tournament to be canceled. There was word of different teams having to pull out because of different restrictions within their teams and within their schools and their areas. But the entire tournament, this is a shocker. It's really tough, especially for James Simmons and his staff. They worked tirelessly from the beginning of the year, I mean in January, all the way to December to work on this event. So I'm so sad for them, and not only them, the kids and the coaches in this community who are looking forward to this 40th annual celebration.
Yeah, I know this is devastating news. We work closely with the hardworking folks over there putting on this event. Really felt like a punch in the gut to hear that we would be losing the Gov Challenge for a second straight year. We just posted that our 47 ABC set was prepped and ready to go for next week. We were pumped up for this tournament.
Yeah.
And then we start hearing rumblings about teams dropping out. But I did not expect this either. But looking at all the cases and the way that these number of cases are rising right now, you got to look at this and say they made the right decision despite how tough this is.
Absolutely the right move. And if we are thinking about the health and safety of everyone involved, I definitely think it's the right move. Long-term, Gov Challenge will be back in 2022. All right, we must move on now to our top 10 Delmarva sports moments of 2021. Before we get to our list, we've got to shout out a few honorable mentions. The first is the return of Bayside basketball. Now, while they did get a season in Delaware, before December 9th, it had been over 600 days, Brandon, since basketball had been played in the Bayside. Yeah, glad to say that we've made it to winter break, and we've already seen some really good games. Now, we don't know how long this will last. There has been some talk about how long a winter season will be sustained and could last with COVID cases surging all over the country again. And if the last 20 months have taught us anything, Brandon, it's just to enjoy things while they are here, certainly.
Absolutely. And you know what? It has been so much fun to watch these Bayside teams get out on the basketball court. Been a lot of fun to see these guys going at it once again. All right, now we have to talk about the start of the SU women's hoops team that they're off to this season. The Lady Gulls are 10-2, and they have won 8 straight games. And you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be too surprised by this, Trey. The Gulls went a perfect 6-0 in the pandemic-shortened season last spring. They're led by 2 seniors, Lauren Fortescue and then Caravel alum Kaylee Otlowski. So the Gulls are no strangers to success under the leadership of head coach Kaylee Basco. Now, they went to the Elite Eight of the D3 tournament back in 2015. Makes me wonder, how far can this team go?
Yeah, Otlowski is a beast. In the last game they lost, she didn't play much, and that should tell you a lot about this team. They are deep. They have some big players. They have some big-time players that step up in some really, really good moments. All right, as for our final honorable mention, while we did just complete a football season earlier this year in March, the Bayside and its officials were able to put together the first ever spring football season. Of course, there was no season in 2020, so some good people got together and tried to send out the class of 2021 the right way with a 6-week season from early March to late April. We saw some great things in that short season. Easton went undefeated. Y High returned to prominence. A lot of great things came out of that decision, Brandon, to try to give these teams some games.
Yeah, it sure did. And, you know, we didn't get any state championships out of this. It felt like kind of like a preseason league. But I feel like a lot of teams, especially Y High, I feel like, and Decatur, they really got a lot out of that spring season. Maybe they don't go as far or don't become as cohesive a unit without that spring season.
True.
All right, now we get right into the list of our top 10 moments of the local sports world in 2021. This fall was ring season for our local field hockey programs. For Cape Henlopen, they are the class of Division I field hockey in Delaware. Cape faced no issues from Division I opponents this year, brushing every single one aside, and they continued their dominance in the postseason. The Vikings won their 3 playoff games by a combined 21-1 score.
Jeez.
And Cape will have to reload next season because they're losing quite a few senior leaders, including Rega Sabatoni and then Kelly Bragg and Samantha Connors, among others.
Yeah, but if it's one thing that I'm sure will happen in Lewis, Delaware, is that Cape will field a successful field hockey team.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to that program on 5 straight. All right, on to number 9. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. 6 straight championships for the Delmarva Wildcats.
Absolute dominance.
Coach Jody Holloman and her Cats defeated Newark Charter 8-0. They set a new record, breaking the record they set last year.
They're incredible.
For goals in a title game. Oh, not to mention, they also had 2 national All-Americans in Josie Holloman and Macy Bradford. Congratulations to the Cats. And honestly, Brandon, with the dominance that they have in the underclass ranks, I don't see an end in sight to this dynasty.
It really doesn't look like there's an end in sight right now. And sometimes when you win as much as they do, it can feel boring, but it doesn't feel boring when you see the type of greatness that we are seeing in Delmar right now. You have 2 national All-Americans on this squad.
Pretty good.
That's something that you just do not see
very
often. All right, now to complete the trio of champions, we have to go down to Pocomoke. The Warriors are home to the most dominant field hockey program on the peninsula. They won title number 20. Pocomoke also dominated the list of best players in the Bayside Conference as well. Marley McDormand and then Ella Esham were named the Offensive Player of the Year and Goalkeeper of the Year, respectively. 10 players overall honored on the all-conference teams. And they're young, Trey, so they should make a deep run next fall when they're defending that crown. Yeah,
the player who got the game-winning goal, Aubrey Bowen Jackson, is a freshman.
Yeah, so, I mean, she's a freshman hitting the game-winning goal. And you know what? She didn't even react like a freshman either.
No, I mean, just, you know, it's so good to see good people overall and good programs get rewarded. And Coach Brandy Castaneda and what she's done with that program after the loss of a legendary head coach in Susan Pusey, just an amazing effort from Pocomoke. Congratulations to them on title number 20. It was definitely a fun time this year. All right, that'll do it for the A block. We're taking a quick commercial break, but when we return, we're counting down more of the top moments from here on the Shore sports scene in 2021. That and more when the Delmarva Sports Insider returns.
Hi, I'm Coach Castaneda with Pocomoke Field Hockey, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.